Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Venus, which on March 31st is going to enter the sign of Pisces, which is also its sign of exaltation. And from March 31st till April 23rd, Venus is going to be in a very strong dignity. Now guys, what is adding flavor to this transit is that it is going to be getting conjunct with the planet Rahu as well. Now we all know this thing that whenever Rahu is conjunct with luminaries, sun or moon, or it is conjunct with an exalted planet, somehow Rahu amplifies the qualities of that planet. Along with that, Venus is going to be briefly conjunct with the planet Sun as well, because Sun is going to be transiting in the Pisces sign till April 13th, and it is going to be getting conjunct with the planet Mercury as well. So this whole motley combination and specifically impacting a planet of love and beauty, it becomes very important to know that how it is going to be influencing you basis your rising sign. And guys, like the way I always say this thing, that for all those people who always say this thing that the transit video in itself does not hold any water, I just have one thing to say. Not only I have studied astrology, I am like, it is a consistent lifelong journey, but along with that, with my consulting experience in my personal life as well, transit of the planets always have an impact in our life. It all comes down to how strongly are you being governed and ruled by that planet. So for example, if your date of birth is 6th, 15th or 24, your rising sign is Taurus or Libra, your moon nakshatra is Purva Falguni, the more layers you will keep on getting adding up, the more is going to be the influence of Venus in your life. You are in a profession or field which has to do with fashion, beauty, creativity, high-end luxury, hospitality business, food business. Along with that, Venus is also active right now in your dasha, and specifically like when we talk about Pratyanta dasha or Antardasha, then definitely this shift in the energy of the planet Venus is going to have an impact in your life as well. Now guys, when we talk about the general attributes of this transit, so we all know this thing that when we talk about the innate nature of the Pisces, Pisces is a dual sign, Pisces is a water sign. It has got affinity with not only with the ruler planet Jupiter, but with Ketu, with Neptune as well. So all of that just tells about, when we talk about Venus is in the Pisces, definitely the attributes of Venus somehow function in the best of their dignity, like unconditionally surrendering yourself in the matters of love, romance, high appreciation for the beautiful things, for the harmony in the relationship, and that sort of feel good factor. The only concern during this time is that because Rahu is going to be influencing this Venus, so that in itself means that like before committing yourself to someone, you have to be very cautious, very careful. Influence of Rahu on this Venus might give you temptation towards those things which you do not need or which are way beyond your reach, your affordability. Like the way guys, we say this thing that Venus, if it represents your love and taste for the fine things in the life. So Venus is a very wise planet as well. It will not drive you towards something which you cannot afford, which is beyond your affordability. Only the influence of planets like Rahu and all, which in itself represents exaggerated sense of self, of ego, of illusion, the energy of Venus can get distorted. And like the way guys, for all those people who have given this bad rep to the planet Venus, that Venus just tells about sex and extramarital affairs, illegitimate relationship and all, those aspects only come into picture if Venus is getting afflicted because of the energy of either Mars or Rahu. But individually, it's the Venus only which makes us trust and believe in good virtues and goodness in the society. So yes guys, this was just a basic overview. And when we talk about the general remedies, so definitely guys, one thing which I always advise, recitation of the Shri Suktam will become very important for all those people who like you live in India and feeding something to the cows is possible. You should be doing that. Like the way guys, whenever I go to temple every morning, there are like 3 things which I always ensure apart from the accessory which I have to take for the worship. It's like bajra for the pigeons, like biscuits and all for the dogs, and chapati and jaggery good for the cows. So specifically, if you want to give more power to your Venus, so even donation of the white things on Fridays will definitely give more strength and power to your Venus. So yes guys, that was just a basic overview. Now we will shift our discussion customized to all the rising signs, that how this transit of Venus is going to be influencing you. So guys, we will first start with the Aries Lagna natives. Definitely guys, in your case, Venus has got a rulership over your second house and the seventh house. To the extent where Venus represents your public image, your finances, indulgences, but at the same time Venus becomes a killer planet for you as well. And guys, we cannot overlook this fact that very soon we will be heading towards the like solar eclipse as well on April 8th, and Venus is going to be a part of that. So that very first thing is that you have to actually safeguard your image, like specifically during the time of the eclipse and all. There could be those sort of energies where someone from the opposite sex might accuse you of something. Suddenly you get embroiled in any scandal, controversy and all. So that is the one aspect where you have to be careful, and also it might increase your interest and indulgences in the finer things, expensive things, luxury things, way beyond which you can afford, because of the influence of Rahu and Sun, all these planets influencing this Venus. Now guys, when we talk about the good part, definitely guys, pertaining to the matters of romance, relationship, enjoyment and all, pleasurable experiences and all, this is going to be a good transit for you. Second thing is that definitely guys, because very soon Jupiter is also going to be entering your second house as well. We always say this thing that whenever like Jupiter is there in the second house, it expands the attributes of the second house or that specific house. So second house, which also tells about your family. Now marriage in a way expands your family circle, right? So I mean to say, definitely pertaining to the matters of love, romance, relationship, energy is strong, but just because during this time Rahu is going to be influencing this Venus. So before committing yourself to someone, like in short, do not be very quick to come to any conclusion. Sometimes things look very shiny on surface, but there are some hidden layers which we are not aware of, or things get presented in a very distorted way to us. So all these are the caution and care which you have to follow. Now here I'm not only talking about the romance or emotional entanglement, I'm also talking about from the point of view of like the way you are doing any investments during this period of time. So it's strongly recommended for the Aries Lagna natives to keep on doing charities and donation, specifically if in any form that charity is supporting female causes, females and all. So that will be much more better way of dealing with energy. And lastly guys, definitely I have already mentioned this thing, if your lifestyle is very hedonistic sort of lifestyle, if you live, this is going to be the most pleasurable time for you. If your somehow your interests are aligned with the 12th house related matters, your profession, your professional aspirations, like 12th house which has to do with like foreign land, import, export, cannabis, alcohol, liquor, all these kind of businesses, then those people can still get benefited. But yes, pertaining to the matters of savings and all, this is a kind of a cautionary transit for the Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 11th house, definitely because it is your ascendant lord as well. So it is going to have a strong impact in your life. Now guys, the good part in your case is that definitely the way I mentioned this thing, whenever Venus gets conjunct with Rahu, or Rahu gets conjunct with an exalted planet, somehow the energy of both of these two participating players increases. Second thing is that in your case, as you can see that Rahu also is considered as very strong in the Upachya Bhava, in the 11th house. So overall, chances of Taurus Lagna natives suddenly running into someone very important, someone very popular, suddenly being considered for a new role, or friends playing a very important role in connecting you with someone. So overall guys, from the enhancement of reputation point of view, more income generation of a new channel of income point of view, this is going to be a very good time. The good part is that friends will prove to be of great support, some sort of recreational activities. Like rather, my recommendation to the Taurus Lagna native is that if during this time, till the time Venus is transiting from your 11th house, if you get invited to any social gathering, do participate over there. You might not even realize, just casual invite to some gathering might connect some important dots for you. So yes guys, and just because in your case Venus has got a rulership over your 6th house as well, so ascendant and the 6th house lord getting so strong in the 11th house, that in itself will churn up lot many positive things for you guys. Like if you have been struggling or working very hard, and this is the time when you are awaiting for the remuneration, any of the appraisal review at your workplace, so chances of you hitting the bullseye is very strong. So overall guys, in majority of the life's endeavors, I'm seeing planets to be favoring or supporting the Taurus Lagna natives only. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 10th house. Like it is going to be forming one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga known as the Malavya Yoga, and just because it is going to be getting conjunct with Rahu, so Rahu is going to be amplifying the qualities of the Venus over here. So that in itself tells about that if in your line of work, in your profession, somehow the Venusian entity is something which you have to deal with. This could be female brand, female products, or like something to do with entertainment, fashion, performing arts and all. So all those people can actually get benefited. So guys, in your case Venus has got a rulership over your 12th house and the 5th house as well. So the Mool Trikona sign falls in the 5th house, and the lord of that is getting exalted, getting conjunct with Rahu in the 10th house. So definitely guys, there's a strong possibility that if you are single, so during this time because of your work related job description or responsibilities only, you run into someone, some new romance or sort of, you know, Cupid striking you. So those sort of energies getting generated for the Gemini Lagna natives. And definitely guys, if you are a creator, you are an entertainer, you are an artist and all, so the transiting planets are actually supporting you in a very strong way. So my recommendation to the Gemini Lagna native is that try to stay outdoor, try to connect and network with important people. Sometimes what happens is that we know that okay, there could be those places, if I will apply there, if I'll do some cold call there, if I'll go there, there is the slightest of the possibility. But this is where understanding and knowing these transit videos help, because now you know this thing that in this specific area of life stars are favoring you. What's the minti chance? So yes guys, I would say this thing that for the enhancement of the reputation, prestige, more opportunities, being in the limelight, being a center of attention point of view and all, the transit seems to be favoring Gemini Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case Venus has got a rulership over your 11th house and the 4th house, and now it is going to be getting exalted in your 9th house, and it is going to be getting conjunct with the Sun, your 2nd house lord, and with the planet Rahu over there as well. So yes guys, definitely this is going to be a very profitable transit of Venus for the Cancer Lagna natives. The good part is that finally it is going to be coming out of your 8th house, and now it has entered your like 9th house. Now guys, definitely Venus's transit in the 8th house is not considered as that bad, but just because Saturn was somehow kind of suppressing that Venus. So now Venus is going to be flying very freely. You might certainly find yourself being recipient of some important advice, important invitation to important gatherings, or I would say this thing that kind of finding yourself very uplifted, very optimistic, very motivated for all of your plans. Also guys, if during this time only you are planning to undertake any travel, this could be any shift from your regular residing place, or any of the travel or trip, any of those plans made with your family or with your friends will definitely prove to be very uplifting, very informational, very happiness giving. So overall guys, I do not have any like watch list or vulnerable points to add. Overall, the way planets are playing a role, I'm only seeing you guys getting benefited during this time. And definitely because your Lagan in itself is a feminine sign, Venus being a feminine planet transiting in another feminine zodiac sign, that in itself means that females might play a very important role. The only thing is that guys, during the time of the solar eclipse, around the time of the April 8th, during that time a lot many Cancer Lagna natives might stand a chance of getting into some sort of argument or misunderstanding with their father. So that is the only couple of days which I'm seeing little bit of the dark zone for you. But in majority of the ways, if any of your aspiration right now is connected with the 9th house, travel, immigration, higher studies, admission, enrollment in any foreign university and all, so overall the transit of the planets are definitely going to be supporting you. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus, because it has got a rulership over the 10th house as well, and now it is going to be getting exalted in the 8th house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So first of all guys, because your ascendant lord is already transiting over there, so whatsoever your actions are, you will be strongly held accountable for that. Now again, it all comes down to individual to individual. I always say this thing, if a planet is exalted in its strongest of the dignity, it still has the potential even from the Dushtana Bhava to create good results in adverse circumstances. So the point which I'm saying over here is that a lot will be dependent on your own actions and deeds, because 8th house also represents scandal, defamation as well, and Sun getting conjunct with the 10th house lord and all. So again guys, if your actions are like very immaculate, very honorable, very respectful in the society, and you are engaged in a profession, because you know Venus in your case has got a rulership over the 3rd house as well, you are a creator, you are a freelance person, you are a performing artist and all, so those people might stand a very strong chance suddenly going viral, suddenly getting trended for the work you have done, some new opportunities suddenly coming into limelight, more contracts, opportunities, audition calls and all. So this is how the people who are falling on the beneficial side of this transit can actually going to get rewarded. Now when we talk about the vulnerable part, so definitely guys, I already mentioned this thing, if your acts are very questionable, you have got a very indulgent, hedonistic sort of lifestyle along with some sort of ongoing litigation, health related concern and all, so those people and their problem might get increased when Venus, your 10th house lord, is going to be transiting from the 8th house. So overall guys, definitely it all comes down to how strongly you are operating in the domain of that house. So if your profession is connected with occult, hidden things, research, exploration, you can suddenly get benefited. But yes, if your character has got flaws and is questionable, Rahu, Venus and your ascendant lord being a part of that might put you in a kind of a vulnerable zone, specifically where your public image is going to be at stake. So mixed results for the Leo Lagna natives. Staying respectful towards the females, recitation of the Shri Suktam, feeding cows, donating white things on Fridays will become very important. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Venus is going to be getting exalted in the 7th house, Kendra Bhava, going to be creating one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga known as the Malavya Yoga. So guys, in your case, Venus has got a rulership over your 9th house and the 2nd house, so it becomes in a way very, very important planet. So guys, definitely wheel is turning a lot in the favor for the Virgo Lagna natives. So because very soon Jupiter is also going to be entering your 9th house. Venus in itself is getting exalted in the 7th house, the house of partnership, love, romance, marriage, commitment. So overall guys, all attributes of the 3rd house will definitely experience a strong uplifting boost. So when we say 7th house, which tells about your public image, your daily public dealing, commercial interest and the marriage. So more opportunities in all these avenues, support, blessing in all these avenues. That is all what I can say for the Virgo Lagna natives. So yes guys, because Venus has got a rulership of some important houses as well. So family will definitely play a very important role. And let's say for example, because of the support of the luck, you will be able to crack some important business, commercial deals, or you will be able to take some important decision in your business front as well. So overall guys, it's a very, very uplifting time and enjoyable time for all the Virgo Lagna natives. I only have good things to say. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus becomes your ascendant lord and the 8th house lord, and now it is going to be getting exalted in the 6th house, getting conjunct with Sun, with Rahu, and briefly with the Mercury over there as well. So guys, definitely to begin with, because like the way I always say, whenever we talk about the Dushtana Bhava, if a planet is exalted over there, and in your case it becomes your ascendant lord, so good results can be attained. But just because the Dushtana Bhava never leaves its vulnerable aspect as well, so only in the adverse circumstances you will feel the good result, you will receive the good result of that planet. So yes guys, at your line of work I would say this thing that if you have got a good yoga promotion and the running time activated dasha is promising that, then this transit of the ascendant lord getting exalted in the 6th house will support you. Again guys, even in the Kal Purush Kundali, in the 6th house Venus and its presence is not always well supported for the enjoyable side, pleasurable side of the Venus. But yes, if you are very passionate with what you do, and if your business, you are operating in a field which is somehow being represented by the planet Venus in itself, like fragrance, perfume business, hotel, hospitality, art, entertainment, being a freelance designer or something. So if you are operating in those businesses, your running time period is very favorable. So it will definitely create a yoga of promotion, of recognition, more client acquisition. But again guys, you have to tirelessly work very hard. Close to the time of the solar eclipse, because your ascendant lord is going to be a part of that, you have to guard your public image. So yes guys, that is how I can see Libra Lagna natives getting benefited. Again guys, I'll say the same thing. Rahu in the Upachya Bhav gets very strong, and Rahu getting conjunct with exalted planet is going to be a dual boost in both the energies of Rahu and Venus. So definitely you will stand a chance for recognition, promotion and all, but hard work is something which you cannot evade. That is all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see that Venus has got a rulership over your 7th house and the 12th house, and in the transit it is going to be getting exalted in the 5th house, getting conjunct with Rahu, Sun and briefly with Mercury over there. So guys, to begin with, first of all the attributes of the 5th house will definitely get an upliftment of the energy, will get a positive boost over there. So in the matters of love, romance and all, if you are single, it's a very good time for running into someone. If you're an artist or a creative person, you might stand a chance for more auditions, or if during this time only any of your work you're planning to release, so people suddenly getting obsessed with you or with your work, with the charm and elegance in your persona. So overall guys, like the way we say this thing, that for the Scorpions, whatever comes, it always comes with hard research. It might always come with flavors of scandal and secrecy attached over there. So no matter in which capacity you want to get that, like the way there is a saying in Hindi, Sam Dam Dand Bhed, whatsoever means you are going to opt, the ultimate eventual outcome is going to be a lot in your favor. If recognition, visibility, being in the limelight is your ultimate and main objective. Also guys, when we say this thing that for all those people who are like connected with the fields of stock market, speculation and all, so there will be very high and strong fluctuation. Again guys, I will not say this thing that it is going to be only in your favor, because we still have to wait for your 2nd house lord, the lord of your Dhan Bhava and the 5th house of investment, speculation and all, to leave the 6th house, which will only happen on 1st May. By that time Venus would have already moved. So my recommendation is that there will definitely be strong fluctuation for people who are strongly invested in stock market trading and all. For the students as well, I'm not saying you vulnerable, but most importantly, people who are freelance, creative people and all, in any capacity you give advice to people and all. So for all the freelance people and all, it's going to be very beneficial transit. And definitely guys, if in your lifestyle, like your field and line of work is which requires too much of the creative work, too much of the travels, too much of the networking and visibility, recognition and all, so those people are definitely headed in the right direction. So yes guys, very strong pleasurable transit for the Scorpio Lagna natives. That is all what I can say. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case Venus has got a rulership over your 6th house and the 11th house, and in the transit Venus is going to get exalted in your 4th house. Now guys, you know this thing that Venus also gets the directional strength whenever it is transiting from the 4th house. So it is going to be a good transit, specifically when we talk from the point of view of having that domestic harmony or that sort of camaraderie and good time, good vibe with your loved ones, with your family members and all. This is going to be a very good transit. Second thing is that, guys, it's not the Venus which is going to be transiting from your 4th house alone, but it is going to be being joined by Sun with Mercury with Rahu over there as well. So too many planets getting concentrated over there. You need to honor that energy. So let's say, for example, if during this stay of Venus for like 3 weeks and all in your 4th house, if you want to host some party with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, you can consider doing that. Venus is not a very important planet for you because of the rulership over the 6th house as well, and the 6th from the 6th house. So specifically around the time of the April 8th, if your profession, your business is connected with the Venusian thing, like buying and selling of vehicles, jewelry, or hotel or interior decor shop and all. So if you are chiefly operating in the domain of the 4th house or of the Venus, around the time of the solar eclipse, you have to be additionally cautious and careful. But yes, guys, family and friend will definitely touch your heart or will prove to be of great support for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So guys, as you know this thing that your 4th house lord and the ascendant lord very soon is going to be transiting in your 6th house only from May 1st. So my recommendation is that just before Jupiter put you into the hardship of the 6th house for the next 1 year, wait for my customized video for that result. There will be good thing attached with it as well. But I mean to say, it's a good time to host some party and have good time with your loved ones. So that is all what I can say for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Venus becomes your Yogaraka planet, and it is going to be getting exalted in the 3rd house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there. So an exalted Venus whose power is going to be getting amplified because of the conjunction with Rahu is going to be a very good time and a very good transit for you. Specifically guys, if you are chiefly operating in the domain of the 3rd house, you are a YouTuber, you are a content creator, influencer, teacher, motivational speaker, sales, media, marketing, so new client acquisition or able to get the relevant support from your loved ones, from your friends, and if you are a performing artist, being able to hypnotize your crowd or strong tendency and possibility to go viral with your work as well. So overall guys, I'm actually looking forward to more opportunities, more audition calls for the Capricorn Lagna natives. So yes guys, whether you do all these 3rd house related things as a part of your side hustle or side hobby, or whether this is your full-time profession, your full-time livelihood, I'm only seeing good things in your with this transit. Now guys, good part is that because Venus has also got a rulership over the 5th house as well, which in itself tells about creativity and originality. Rahu also adores and rewards some innovative and very new vision, new way of thinking and unique way of operating. So my recommendation is that if you are by yourself, you are a creator, you are an influencer and all, so rather than following the bandwagon or doing things which everyone has been doing or which you have been doing for a long time, now you want to maneuver your image, your offering, your services, try something new, experiment with something new. So this is going to be a very good time for that. You never know, one experiment of yours might actually strike a chord or take you to the next level. So it's recommended to do that. And yes guys, for some sort of romance or sort of getting attracted to someone is definitely on the cards for lot many Capricorn Lagna natives. And guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Venus is your Yogaraka planet and it is going to be getting exalted in the 2nd house, getting conjunct with Rahu over there, and also Sun and Mercury as well. So overall guys, if your income, your business is connected with the Venusian field, like female products, perfume or graphic designing, anything to do with designing, embellishment, beautification of the things, then this transit will definitely open lot many doors, new avenues, new opportunities for you. Second thing is that guys, because Venus has got a rulership over the 4th house and the 9th house as well. So I would say this thing that any of the travel will prove to be very fruitful, very uplifting, very relaxed sort of experiences. If you will undertake any travel during this time, family will prove to be of great support. So I'm not seeing much of the vulnerability coming in for the Aquarius Lagna natives. It has got a rulership over some important houses. Again guys, 4th house also tells about your public dealing as well. So if in any capacity you are in public speaking role and all, you are the spokesperson, you are the voice of important institution, organization and body and all, so definitely people will be kind of in a very hypnotic way is going to get attracted to what you have to say. So being able to impress a large gathering and big crowds with your strong communication skills will be experienced by lot many Aquarius Lagna natives. New financial avenue are bound to open for the Aquarius Lagna natives. Saturn in any case is transiting from your 1st house, hard bent on giving you stability or like kind of stabilizing you in your field, in your line of work. And over and above that, this transit, this motley combination of planets taking place in your 2nd house is definitely a good news for the lot many Aquarius Lagna natives. So yes guys, all the attributes of Venus, this could be your wife, this could be females, co-workers, creativity and all, is bound to benefit you during this time when Venus is going to be getting exalted in your 2nd house. And lastly guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Venus has got a rulership over your 8th house and the 3rd house, and in the transit it is going to get exalted right over there in your 1st house. So yes guys, whether you are a creator, you are an influencer, you are in any of the public speaking field and all, so this exalted dignified state of Venus is bound to benefit lot many Pisces Lagna natives. Second thing is that definitely guys, because 3rd house tells about the hardship, 8th house tells about the unpredictability and all. So whatsoever is going to be happening in your life, it might happen in a very sudden way. Like you might have been trying to enforce some change in your line of work which have not been giving you good returns or good results from past so long. Suddenly you will see wheel turning in your favor. All of those experiments of yours start reaping and giving you good results. All that can be foreseen with this dignified and graceful state of Venus right over there in your 1st house. Definitely guys, Venus's exaltation in the 1st house will give rise to one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga known as the Malavya Yoga. Along with that, conjunction with the like Rahu, with the Sun and with the Mercury is only going to benefit the Pisces Lagna natives. So overall guys, just try to safeguard yourself from getting entangled into any controversies, any scandals. But overall, in a nutshell, whatsoever planet is transiting from the 1st house, the vibe and energy of that planet gets perceived and easily get reflected in our persona, in our personality. Venus in itself is a planet of beauty, charm, love, and Rahu's influence over there add the layer of X factor and uniqueness, that sort of obsession around you. So overall guys, if you are in any of the public domain, so this combination of the planets in your 1st house is only going to benefit you. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.